Hello guys, so here I am going to explain lead code problem number 494 target sum. It is very nice problem. You should like feel it by heart. Okay, so let me explain the problem statement. You are given a list of non-negative integers and you have to assign two symbols plus or minus to each integer such that the sum of the resulting array is s, and you are going to find the number of ways to do this problem. So hmm, if you haven't done this kind of problem earlier, then it will be it will look really hard to you, but I will explain to you that it is not so much hard of problem. So let me explain. uh, so here the prerequisite of this problem is subset sum. Okay, and if you don't know the subset sum, don't worry, I will explain the subset sum to you in the video itself. Okay, so subset sum comes from a particular derivation of knapsack problem. Okay, so if you don't even know knapsack problem, don't worry, I will explain subset sum, and then you can go on Google the knapsack problem and you will find it very easy to understand knapsack problem. Okay, so these two things you have to first will you will get to by me, you will understand by me, and second problem you can search it on the internet. So let's just say that you already know what is subset sum, how to calculate subset sum. Subset sum is to find number of subsets in a array such that sum of the sum of the elements of these subsets is t target. Okay, so if you know how to find the number of subsets in an array such that the sum of those subsets is t, or in other words, you have to find the number of subsets having sum equal to t. Okay, so how do we do this? Uh, Here you are given a choice. Like if you have n elements in the array, you are given a choice whether to select some elements or not. Like if you start traversing from start. Okay, uh, then when you come to ith element, you have a choice whether to take it or not. Okay, so this choice this choice will give you the intuition of DP. Okay, so first of all, just remember it by heart that whenever a problem of choice comes, there is a very high chance that it will be solved by DP. Okay, so now let me explain how do you solve this problem. I will be explaining the iterative of DP for this. Okay, so let me explain directly from the code. Just forget the above code here. Okay. So here you are given a W weight, and you just are trying to find the number of subsets in the string in the array that is having weight equals to W. So how do you do this? So I am having a DP where I index of DP is storing cases of when you take first I elements of the array. Okay, and jth index of DP is storing number of subsets of I, number of subsets of array of first I elements which are having sum equal to j. So let me go through this again, that ith index of our DP is storing cases when I am taking first I elements of the array, and jth index of my DP is storing the number of subsets of the array when I take first I elements. If the index is I, then when I take first I elements are having sum equal to j. Okay, so now I'm going to through the code here. Uh, if I am taking for I equals to 0, if I can take any elements, uh, any sum. I will not have any cases like for from j equals to 1 to j equals to w. I will be having 0 subsets as I am not taking any element. Okay, and for 0 element and sum equals to 0, there is a case that if I don't take any element, I will be having sum equals to 0. So I am having one put equals to here for 0 elements, and for 0 sum I have one case, but for 0 elements any sum greater than 0 I am having 0 case. Okay, so now uh, I will go through the real code here. What happens is I will start iterating from I equals to 1 to n, where any I is the number of elements I have taken already up to here, and for each I will be going from j equals to 0 to w, and I will be calculating for each j the number of subsets I have when I take first I elements. So there are two cases: when I take the ith element and when I don't take the ith element. So if I Oh, sorry. When I don't take the ith element and when I take the ith element. So first of all, I am having not take above and take downside, because if I don't update this, then also my DP will be getting updated for more than one cases. Otherwise I will have to set my DP equals to 0. And so that's why, just that's a small trick. Okay, so if I don't take any elements, then for taking from first I element, the number of cases when my sum equals to j will be equal to, when from first I minus y elements, when I when the sum is j. Now, number of subsets when the sum is j. Okay, and if I take, so that's how just you do this. Just DP in DP, just make two cases, take and not take, and try to put condition correctly, and you will find your answer eventually. So when can I take? When my ith element. So here I am focus on this I minus 1. So here I am taking I minus 1 because if I take first one element, then my I minus 1 will be first one element like at zeroth index, because my array is zero based index. Okay, so if let me make it more understandable to you. So if my j is greater than or equal to the ith element of our array, then only I can take ith element. Otherwise, the sum of the ith element will be more than j, and there will be cases of only not taking this element, which will be considered in this case. Okay, so when I take ith element, I will add the number of subsets when I take first I elements whose sum is equal to j minus num psi. If you don't so it is just that when mm, uh, if first I elements are having sum equal to x, first I minus 1 elements are having sum equal to x, and some subsets of first I minus 1 elements are having sum equal to x, and if I add y to it, y to all those subsets, I will have the number of subsets having sum equal to x plus y. So that's just what it is doing. Okay, and if you do one or two questions of this, you will be able to understand what is happening here. So I have explained you how to calculate number of subsets having sum equals to w. So now what is w here, or w here, let me explain to you. T is our total sum of the array. Okay, and let's say I made some subset of our array negative, and all other elements of the array positive. Okay, so what will happen? The resultant sum of our array will be, and let's say that the subset I made positive is having some w or x. Let's say that the subset is having some x. So our resultant sum will be I made x positive, hence I made t minus x negative, and it is equal to s, our target sum. Okay, but we also know that x plus t minus x equals to t. Okay, so from here we can find our x. Our x will be 2. Let's simplify this equation. 2x minus t equals to s, means x equals to s plus t by 2. So first, from here we can understand that if s plus t is not even, then we will be having no answer, and if s plus t is even, then the number of subsets having sum equals to x will be our answer. So these are just the things. I am doing this to handle the overflow, and here is the condition of t plus s should be even, and s cannot be greater than t obviously, because we are, s have to be less than t because we are decreasing some elements from our t by making them negative, as all the elements of our initial array are non-negative. Thank you.